Oh, we're back. We are back, guys. Welcome. Sorry, I was one finger typing there at my laptop as I had to do a live test. Oh, the hair's just as messy as it was a minute ago. Had to do a live test with Facebook to see what was working and why, and hopefully all of the technical issues are now resolved. So yes, you get to see me. I've got some fluff in my tea. You got to see me finger typing as I was testing for error messages. Fun times. How are you guys with tech, and how are you for this weekend? Have you had a lovely Saturday so far? And if so, what have you been up to? So I visited my parents very briefly today and dropped my daughter at a birthday party. All of her friends are now turning 18. So being an October baby, her birthday came first, where she's officially in England allowed to drink alcohol at the age of 18. She is now an adult. And now her friends are turning 18. So she's at a fancy dress birthday. So dropped her off and came back, and my page has kind of been frozen for 24 hours. Something's gone on with Facebook. Hopefully it's now resolved as I leave for Turkey tomorrow. So yes, I kind of need access to my social media. Would be nice for everything to work as it should. How are you all, and what are you up to? What a busy, hectic, unpredictable day, but we move. We are here and everything is fine. Thank you for joining, guys. I will go and scroll through your comments. Ali says, hello. Hi there, Ali. How are you? Pandit says, hi there. Scrolling, love you so much. Ah, thank you, guys. Thank you all for joining. Contact me and join the live. 1 minute, join me. I can't add people into my live stream because you never know what people might wear, what they might say, what they may do. And it's too dangerous and unpredictable. So I would get into trouble if somebody said something inappropriate or did something that is not suitable for social media. So I'm afraid I can't have people join me on my live, but you can talk to me here and we can chat away. Pandit says, so cute drink. Oh, thank you. I have a nice chamomile tea. I've got the final parts of my packing to finish in my suitcase, ready for the airport tomorrow. And then once I've done all of that, I'm just going to relax because it has been a very long and tedious day of lots of things to do before I leave. So it's always that kind of rushing around, isn't it, before you go anywhere. Scrolling your comments, guys. I'm sorry if I'm missing any. Yadav says, will you marry me? Oh, thank you, but I am anti-marriage. That's not something that I would ever do, is get married. Gupta says, hi, a change of dress. Yeah, so I'm just in a hoodie and some leggings, having a cup of chamomile tea, whilst I was trying to, on the phone with Facebook, go through the technical support because my page was not working properly. So now that is sorted, we are all good, and I'm back on live, ready to tie up the final pieces of my to-dos to leave for Turkey and Istanbul tomorrow. What are you up to this weekend? What have you been doing? And what have you yet to do for the final part of the weekend on Sunday tomorrow before you start a bright and beautiful new week? Kasharish, if I said that right, said hello. Hi there. Yadav says, you are me. Oh, we are all, creatures of this earth. We are all equals and born the same way and die the same way. So technically, I guess I am you. Gonzalez says, hi there. Yadav says, are you married? No. I was engaged at a young age and had 2 children, but never married. And I very quickly realized that marriage is not something for me. I can stay faithful, dedicated, loving and loyal for the rest of my life to a partner, but I would never want to go through with a wedding or be married. Tried that, did not like it, not for me. But I'm sure there are many happy, healthy marriages in the world. It's just not something that I would ever aspire to achieve. My roof is waving. Hi there. Welcome. Scrolling your comments, guys. I, again, can't read your name. I want to say Eric, it translates, but maybe I've remembered that wrong. Your name was written in a different language, but you said, hello, beautiful, lovely lady. You came back more every day. I miss you very much. Oh, thank you. Thank you for joining. Yes, I just had a technical error, so I had to come on live to see if it would work, which it did, and then it connected, and then I was like typing back, and they were like, can you post now? Can you try a post? So I was like, oh, let me just come off the live so that I can send a post, and then I'll be right back. And I didn't know if I could come back onto live afterwards, if it would still allow me to access, but it's all working. Everything is fine. Have a cup of chamomile tea, and everything in the universe will be as it is supposed to. So yes, panic over. How are you all, and how are you with technical errors? Because that's not my strong point at all. Woon says, you are so adorable. Oh, thank you. Pandit says, my sister, 1 minute, join me. I'm afraid I can't have anyone join the live for security, so I would love to have everybody just come on and chat in like a big group chat that we can leave comments here and I can read them out, but I'm afraid I can't have anybody come onto the video with me, else I will be punished. Nasir says, my friend, my country is Bangladesh. Welcome. And Nadish says, hi. Hi, Nadish. Yadav says, sexy look. Really? And just like leggings and a hoodie, drinking tea with frizzy hair. Literally. Oh, it's raining so bad in England. The weather's like really windy, wet, cold, gloomy. We had a really pretty sunset, to be fair, but kind of traveling from the car to the house and dropping my daughter off and visiting my parents and like running around doing all the last minute things before I leave for the airport. I just got blasted in the wind, blasted by the rain. And yeah, I'm not the most glamorous, but I am definitely having a very productive day, tying up everything that I need to do in time to just relax in hospital. Yadav says, hot. Oh, thank you. And again, I can't read your name. For some reason, I'm remembering the name Eric, and that can be completely unrelated. But you've said, so cute. I miss you so much. Thailand loves you. Oh, thank you. And Thailand, what a beautiful paradise. I've never been, but I definitely would love to visit someday. It's on my bucket list, and now my children are both teenagers and I'm a single parent. Hopefully, touch wood, hopefully I will have the freedom to travel and maybe even travel right a little bit more. I will be in Africa in January, so that will be nice. I will be able to experience that, which is a tick on the bucket list, and hopefully I will be able to do a few more countries afterwards. So definitely Thailand is one of the things on my list. Scrolling your comments, Hossein says hi there. Paul says hello. Hi Paul, welcome. Yadav says, will you marry me? You're so hot. Thank you, but I'm anti-marriage. Right, trying to pronounce. I'm so sorry if I get this entirely wrong. Karashi says hello from Afghanistan. Welcome. Singh says, hello, how are you doing now, my sister? I'm very well, thank you. Technical errors, hopefully resolved. Everything's working as it should. And I've just got a little bit more packing to do with some shoes and bits for my bag at the airport. And then I'm completely ready to go to Turkey, which will be lovely. How are you all and what are you up to today? Michael says, hello, miss. Hi, Michael. Muscle Mummy says, surprise, welcome. Pandit says, very good hairstyle. I call this the frizz. I'm either coming from the gym or a rainstorm. There's no in between. There's no kind of happy medium where I just look tidy and presentable. Only when I've like brushed my hair and made an effort. But yes, I'm running around completing all of my errands today so that I can leave the country. When did you last go on holiday or take a flight to go to the airport? And if so, where did you go to? Would you return to your previous holiday destination, or was it for work? Perhaps you travelled. I would love to hear where you go on a regular basis, where you recommend what's next on your bucket list, and what you love most about the world. So I have been to Turkey, I've lost count, maybe 5 times. And I remember one time was that I think I just had my hair transplant, or I was going for it. I'd gone to Turkey for surgery, and my passport was due to expire in like a year or 10 months or something. And when I got to the passport control, it was obviously from a decade ago that I'd had my passport photo, and I had darker hair and I was wearing makeup. And then when I was going through the airport, I had my lighter natural hair colour. Or I had like bright blonde hair in my passport photo. I can't remember which way around it was, but I'm more natural now than I've ever been, not really wearing makeup and not having hair extensions or peroxide white blonde hair. So when I went through the security, they were like, we don't think this is your passport. And I was like, well, what do you mean? Of course it is. That's my name and that's my home address and this is my face. Like, I still look like me. And they were like, why have you come to Turkey? Why are you here again? Like, you keep coming back. I must look very suspicious or very guilty. And I just said, oh, I'm here for surgery. I don't know if it was breast surgery or my hair transplant, one of the surgeries. And they were like, oh, well, we don't think it's you. We think like you're here for an ulterior motive or you're a criminal or something. And there were like police officers at the airport, and I was so freaked out. I was like, what have I done wrong? I'm just traveling to a destination I've been to multiple times, but for surgery. So it's for a reason. It's not like, even if you went on holiday, you could return to the same hotel over and over again if you really like it. But this was like going for a week and then flying home. So I guess most people would travel for a week at a time. Like, there was nothing outside of the ordinary in that. But I just think my passport was due to expire. I didn't look like I used to 10 years ago in the same way of wearing makeup and things like I had on in my passport photo. So maybe they just thought I was a different person trying to use someone else's passport. But yeah, I was held at the security gate for like nearly an hour. And I was like, this is really concerning. Like, how do you prove that you're you if somebody says that you don't look like you? And eventually I had a mole in my passport photo that will tell you how long ago my passport was. So I would have been like early 20s or something. I can't remember when I had my mole removed in my passport photo. Maybe mid-20s. I must have been mid-20s. And then they were like, where's your mole? There's a mole on your face in your passport and you don't have a mole. I was like, I have my mole removed. Because I had a mole on my lip, which is here. You can see like a white dot where it will never go. The kind of lack of pigment on my face there from where the mole was cut off. But it was a lumpy mole that I always would like scratch and it would bleed. So I then like licked my finger to take a little bit of makeup off there to say, look, there's a dot where the mole was cut off. And then they were like, okay. And then they made me sign my signature like multiple times. And they were like holding it up like, has she written the same handwriting or something? And then I was like, oh, I'll show you my social media. Like, I'll show you my login details are the same as my name. And my name is on my passport. My passport is to my house. And all of these things that I can do to prove that I am me. But yeah, it was really wow. And I guess it's good that there is security at airports, because maybe people do use false names or false accounts and false passports. But I mean, I have an authentic passport. It was just due to expire, that was all. And I didn't look exactly the same as I did when I was like 10 years younger, because I wear far less makeup now. So yeah, scary times. Have you ever had somebody question your identity if you are you? And if so, how do you prove you're you? If there's no other way than saying, of course I'm me. You know, I think that's a really kind of impossible situation to be in. And I don't know really how else you would verify your identity if your passport, which is yours, they won't accept. Kashuri says, nice to meet. Thank you. Nice to meet you too. Harsh says, nice. And Ben says, hi, Tracy. I did some drawing today. Amazing. What did you draw, Ben? Michael has sent hearts. Girol says, hi. I'm really sorry if I'm saying these completely wrong pronunciation of names. Singh says, my dear sister, God bless you. Thanks. Oh, thank you. Harden says, hi. And Hoke says, how are you? I love you. Oh, I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Yadav says, how old are you? So I had my 38th birthday on the 13th of October, and my daughter had her 18th birthday on the 6th of October. So we have, as Libras, taken over the whole of October, and now I'm going for a spot of birthday surgery in Turkey. So I will be releasing, now that my page is working fine, my surgical diary, my video blogs, and my website blog, which is tracykiss.com, which will show every aspect of the 6 surgical procedures that I am having this week coming in Istanbul in Turkey. So I'm having multiple procedures during my stay. And yes, it's a huge thing, but at the same time, hopefully you will understand my reasons for having this, and you will learn something from it. It can open up a discussion and a debate around the surgeries that I'm having. I am, of course, always happy to answer questions, and any thoughts or feelings that you have, please feel free to share them with me. Everything will be revealed very shortly. When my blog and my video diary on my YouTube channel goes live, I will also try to share it here, but depending on like Wi-Fi and data and things in Turkey, I may not be able to upload videos in the same way or live stream. So we'll see when I get there. But the first of my video diary, I think, is like 48-minute video. So it's very in-depth, but it goes through each of the 6 surgical procedures, my reasons why and how, and when and where, and everything involved in it. So it's very in-depth, whereas the following videos, like part 2, part 3, part 4, however many parts it takes, will be like in hospital, at the hotel, my recovery. They won't be as long. I'm expecting they'll maybe be about 15-20 minutes per video, but we shall see. I know what I'm like. I'm a massive geek, and I will just keep talking and writing and creating content. So I think it would be quite hard to limit that to a small amount, which is quite difficult. G says, I love, thank you. Michael says, nice, thank you. And Pandit says, good lucky face, very best. Oh, thank you. I like the idea of a lucky face. Yadiv says, I like you, thank you. And Ben says, I'm okay today, Tracy. Wonderful to hear, Ben. So happy to hear that. Yadav says, hot. Scrolling your comments, guys. Berinda says, good, my sister. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Ben says, you're looking beautiful today, Tracy. Rained on today. Not my favourite, but I do enjoy the rain. But when you're rushing around in and out of cars and things, it's not the most convenient for it to be raining, especially carrying bags and suitcases. But everything is almost complete, ready for me to just hop in a car to the airport tomorrow. Exciting. Scrolling your comments, guys. Sorry, trying to catch up on everything as I read and speak. It's really hard to multitask. Asad says, I am your big fan. Thank you, that's so kind. Thank you all for joining. Saini says, good night, sweet dreams, my dear friend. Thank you. And Riza says, hi and welcome. And I hope you're all having a lovely evening. If you are going to bed or if you're just waking up, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope that you do so with love and peace in your heart, and life becomes the most beautiful and rewarding experience. I think the more we're free to do the things that make us who we are, to make choices about our own lives, our appearance, our interests and hobbies and happy places, it just allows us to be individuals and to celebrate what brings purpose and meaning to our lives. Harold says, hi there, Harold, with a wavy hand. Tassin says, love, thank you. And Ben says, you look fantastic. How was your surgery, Tracy? So I fly tomorrow. to Turkey, and my surgery will be on the 28th of October. I had to think of what month we are. So I have not had my surgeries yet. I will be having 6 surgical procedures whilst I'm there. So hopefully you'll be able to see how my surgery is, as I will aim to hop on a live whilst I'm in Istanbul. But if not, if the signal doesn't allow for that, then I will still have my full surgical blog at my website, tracykiss.com. So if you Google that, you'll be able to follow my daily updates for me to be able to show you what's going on. And some of them may look a bit bruised and swollen. Some may not. You will have to wait and see as it happens. Vega says, hi, my love. Hi there and welcome. Harold is from Midwest. I'm guessing Midwest is America? Midwest. I don't know of any countries that call a place Midwest. So please expand on that, Harold. What country are you in? Joe says, pour me some. Cheers, Joe. Welcome to some chamomile tea. If I could share it, I definitely would. It's very lovely. A really nice way to relax and unwind in the evening. And I always really struggle with sleep when I change my routine. If I go away, if I'm in a new environment, I'm a creature of habit. I like the temperature the same. I like the bedding to be the same, the density of the pillows, the weight of the duvet. So if things are different, I'm like, oh, I'm not prepared for this. So I'm trying to get the most sleep possible now, so that when I'm flying across time zones and here, there and everywhere, it is going to be a really hectic, fast pace once I land. And going between my surgery and the hospital, the hotel, and back and forth and checks and everything. And then keeping a diary and editing content. It's going to be the blink of an eye and I'll be home again in England. I know it will just pass so fast, but sleep and recovery is so, so important. I have bruising on my hands at the moment. I don't know if you can see, they're very green, which isn't the best time to go to hospital and have bloods. So all my hands are very bruised and green. I don't know if you can see. So yeah, that's going to be really interesting, taking a vein for my surgery. But I'm sure the doctors will be very good at what they do and everything will be fine. So I will be a little more bruised than I am now. But I'm very much looking forward to it. And it's something that I've waited quite some time to go and have done. I've been thinking about it for a few years now. And with it being my 38th birthday last week, just over a week ago now, it was the perfect time to kind of treat myself to some surgery and then to recover over the winter and then get back to the gym in a few weeks' time so that I can be summer ready, which is very exciting. Sing says, very beautiful live. Thank you. Thank you all for joining, guys. AJ says, good night, sweet dreams, my dear friend. Oh, and to you also. Ben says, would you go to Italy? So I've been to Italy a few times. I've been to Ischia, Naples, Torino or Turin, Sicily. I think that's all that I've done in Italy. I will probably return again. It is absolutely lovely. And I do have fond memories of traveling through Italy. So yes, I would love to return. I wanted to go to Rome with my daughter to see the Colosseum, but it's just our schedules, with her doing her exams at the moment and studying. Our timetables just always clash for us to get like a long weekend together or something in another country, because then it's care for our dogs. We have 5 dogs and a cat and a rabbit, and childcare for my son also. So if one of us is here, it's fine. We can kind of juggle between us. But if we both go away together, it just makes it so much harder. So hopefully we will get a girly mother-daughter trip to Rome at some point. But unfortunately, it's not on the cards at the moment. Have you been to Italy, Ben? And if so, where would you recommend visiting next? Raza says, hi, my dear friend. Hi, Raza. And Khan has sent love hearts. Thank you, Khan. Singh says, how are you doing now? I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Yadav says, hi. Vega says, my delicious, love you. Oh, thank you. Ben says, I'm watching TV this evening and I did some drawing today. Oh, so when I was at my parents', I watched The Traitors, which is like, it was like a celebrity edition of it. And they have like UK celebrities, which I don't know if they would have that worldwide for everyone to see. But in the UK, it's like people who have to, like Cluedo, like a murder mystery, and some people are the bad guys and some people are the good guys. They have to figure out who they are and like cover their tracks. And I never watch like just TV. I always do like a series or something as opposed to like a game show. But my parents were watching it. It was so funny. I was like, oh wow. And that was really good. So I would recommend The Traitors in the UK. That's a really cool thing. Craig says, be careful, ICE agents are still active. What are ICE agents? I've never heard of that. Mola says, good night. Oh, thank you. I hope you sleep well. Bashir says, hi, Tracy. Today you're oh, that I'm in a hoodie because I just got back from being out in the rain and it's very cold, horrible weather, and I just haven't got changed yet. So yes, I literally just hopped in through the door, tried to sort out Facebook technical issues, and they asked me to come on live to test if it was working. So I came on live and then had to hang up to then try and post to see if that was working, and now I'm back on live. So yes, I just haven't got changed since running around in the cold today. Scrolling your comments. Ben says, what's your favourite thing to do in Turkey? Can I say the cats? I love how many cats are in Turkey because I am like a crazy cat lady. I just love meeting stray cats. And I think it's just really lovely to see so many cats. You don't have that in the UK in the same way. And I am, yeah, just an animal lover. So when I was last in Turkey last year, recovering from my surgery, I walked to the waterfront and just fed loads of cats, went to the local supermarkets, bought lots of food and fed the cats. So whether you can say that's like a highlight of visiting a country, because technically cats are all over the world, absolutely love just spending time in nature with animals. So that was really lovely. But culturally, the food was absolutely lovely. Lots of falafel and hummus and salads and just fresh veggies. It was really tasty. I love going to the bazaar, which I'm sure there are so many. So I'm not 100% sure if every time that I've gone to different bazaars, if they're all connected, because they're huge with like security guards at the doors. And then it's you go down one whole row and then you turn and there's another whole row and there's another, and it's so easy to get lost. So maybe I've just been to lots of different ones, or the same one but different parts of it every time I visited. I think, yeah, just exploring food, exploring lots of different stores and shops, and the Bosphorus River was beautiful too. I was able to drive a boat down there. The captain let me steer the boat, which was really good fun. And it was quite a big boat to like lay in the sunshine and just enjoy the culture and the weather, and the people are so lovely, amazing, cheerful, wonderful, enthusiastic people everywhere you go. Like, I don't find Turkey to be a rude country. Everyone is just so nice, and it's always a lovely experience. So yeah, my favorite things are playing with stray cats, eating lovely vegan food, and meeting lots of lovely people and stores and shop owners and lots of families. There's so many families in Turkey. It's beautiful to see. What are your favourite things about being in a different country? What do you always do when you go away? Scrolling your comments, guys. Scrolling. Hopefully I can catch up. Sing says, good luck to you and all of your family, sister. Oh, thank you very much. And also to you. Denny says, hello. Hi, Denny. Welcome. Jamrod says, hi. Hi there. Or Jamrud, if I pronounced that wrong. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. What are you up to? Sing says, all Facebook family members, stay happy, keep smiling, stay healthy. Absolutely. And thank you so much for sharing such kind wishes. Again, I hope we can build this lovely community of just kindness and support and love and respect, that we can be the change we wish to see. We can be nice people doing nice things, in a nice world that is a joy to be a part of, rather than the suffering and fear and worry that so many people live with on a daily basis. Let's turn those tides, shift that balance, and bring peace and happiness into our everyday life so that we can then share that with others in a healthy and sustainable way. Mantu says, very nice live. Oh, thank you. MT says, good night, how are you? Which country are you from? Oh, thank you. It is the evening here. It's 7:40, almost 1 minute off PM in England. And the weather has taken a very cold turn, but I believe Istanbul is like 22, 24 degrees at the moment. And England is like 12 or 11, and it's cold and windy and raining here, and it's sunny and lovely there. So I'm very much looking forward to a little boost of sunshine for the winter sun, as it's certainly winter here in the UK now. Daud says, greetings from Eastern Indonesia. Oh, welcome. Thank you for joining. What a beautiful country. Ben says, have a wonderful time in Turkey, Tracy. Thank you very much. I will be in hospital, but I will also then hopefully be able to pop out and do some shopping and sightseeing and wonderful things whilst I'm there. But yeah, for the first few days, I'll probably be unconscious, which will be very nice to catch up on sleep. Kofi says, I love you. Thank you. Sin says, tell me, what work are you doing in life? So I'm a writer. I create content for worldwide brands. I love writing. I love talking about health and well-being and fitness and biohacking and all of the things that bring a quality of life to life. I've studied lots of things in psychology, in cognitive behavioral therapy, neurolinguistic programming, the way that we look at stress reduction, mindfulness, that help us to relieve that tension and the negativity in our life and turn that towards a positive outlet. I'm qualified in nutrition, in personal training, in yoga instructing, in meditation teaching. I'm also a bodybuilding professional. I got my pro card in 2017 in natural bodybuilding to be a professional athlete, and I'm just about to start studying another course when I return to England after my surgery, during my recovery, when I can't go to the gym to train because my body has to recover. I will be studying genetics, which I'm very excited about, as I've just recently had my DNA decoded and I'm having my epigenetics tested. So I will then be qualified in understanding genetics and looking at how do we live longer, healthier lives through longevity, through health span and biohacking. How do we get the most out of life so that we have a quality of life? A lot of people will just work until they get sick or too old to work. And then their life, the quality of life just plummets. They can't do their hobbies. They can't go for walks. They can't go traveling and on a holiday because they are just unwell. They are burnt out. They are stressed and they are sick. And ultimately, what we want to do is live a life whilst we are alive, rather than working all our lives and then burning out and then having no kind of retirement because we're too unwell or too immobile to enjoy it. So what can we do now, today, in our lives that allows us to have a quality of life? So we are not bed bound or chair bound or sofa bound, that we are actually able to say, I can go on adventures, I can explore, I can learn new things, I can speak new languages. My mind is youthful, my body is able, and I love my life and I can do the things that make my life meaningful. And that really does come from looking at your health, your nutrition, your genes, and your lifestyle. There are so many factors that contribute to the decline of our lives, prematurely age us and lead to illness and disease. And if we can tap into that and actually be proactive with our health to prevent any of that from happening, the difference it can make is immeasurable. And in years to come, we can choose whether or not we die from old age. Because really, if we put all of our health first, we never need to ever die. We can be immortal. scrolling your comments. I can't read your name because it's in a different language, but you've put, hopefully Facebook technical issues are resolved. Happy Saturday. Yes, it looks as though my technical issues are resolved. Good Grace says, you look so beautiful. Oh, thank you. Barendra says, please complete my weekly challenge, my dear sister. What is your weekly challenge? I'm not familiar with that. I hope you are well. Scrolling your comments, Jamil says something in a foreign language that I can't read. Azam says hello. Hi, Azam. Scrolling, guys. So something suitable to read out. I'm flying tomorrow and my surgery is on Monday. So yes. Someone's from Toronto, Canada. Welcome. Franco says, I'm asking you taken. I'm not sure what that means. Michelle says, good luck on your surgery. Thank you. And Mary says, you look good. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for joining. I hope whatever you're doing this weekend that you have a wonderful time, that you have plans that can elevate your life, that can bring you peace and happiness and make your day that little bit sweeter. If we never do the things that we love, we forget how to love things. And we can get so stagnant in life, stuck in a rut, doing the same things over and over again, to the point that we actually don't know who we are, that we lose ourselves and we have no excitement or enthusiasm for life because we've got nothing to look forward to. So I think it's really important, especially at the weekend, when hopefully you're not in a 9-to-5 Monday to Friday, your work is left at work and you have this moment to step back and say, what will I try new today? What will I experience that I haven't seen before? What food can I try? What recipes can I make? Where can I visit? Can I do some research on a holiday that I can save up for and travel plans? Or maybe can I join a group? Can I make new friends, new people, say hello to somebody that I never would have interacted with? What can we do to continue to grow and develop in life? Singh says, my dear sister, I also want to drink tea. Oh, well, I would love to share this with you. Maybe we can hop on a live and all just pour a cup of tea and enjoy it at the same time. We can have our tea meets. That would work really well. Thank you all for joining, guys. I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are. I'm going to have to finish my packing and everything ready for the airport so I can sleep tonight. Otherwise, I'm going to be laying there tossing and turning, thinking I've forgotten a million things. My mind will just go on into overdrive without a doubt. Ali says, I love you, Tracy. Oh, thank you, Ali, and also to you. Scrolling your comments, guys, just to make sure that I've caught everyone before I go. Dave says, good evening, Tracy. Good evening, Dave. I hope you are well. Or David, your full name. Do you like to be called Dave? Or do you prefer your full name? People call me Trace. I don't know how common that is as a name. Instead of saying Tracy, they'll say, hey, Trace. And it feels a bit more informal and kind of chatty. Whereas if people say Tracy, I'm like, oh, I've been told off, someone's used my whole name. So do you say David or do you say Dave? What is your preferred way? Do you shorten your name or do you like it to be very formal and your full name at once? Scrolling your comments, guys. Dipu says, hello, beautiful. Hi there. And David says, nice to see you. You're beautiful. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you all for joining. You're very lovely, even though I've been rained on. And yes, I am wrapped up nice and warm because I've been out in the wind and the rain and the cold. Now in my nice toasty house, I'm going to pop on my pajamas. Henry says, I've been thinking of you. How are you doing? I hope you're feeling well. Thank you, Henry. I am very well. I go for my flight tomorrow and my surgery is on Monday. So I don't know how much I will be online in that time, as I'm obviously traveling across, and then I have hospital meetings and surgeon meetings and things. So maybe I will have signal at points. I will continue to update my blog, tracykiss.com, and come on here where possible to do a live. I will try to do a live every day to kind of show you how I'm healing and what's going on and what I've had done, as it is all very cloak and daggers at the moment and secretive until it's fully released. But yes, hopefully you will see that everything is fine. I'm in very safe hands, and I can talk to you more in depth about what I've had done as and when it happens on Monday. Very exciting. Khan says, I always support. Thank you so much, Khan. And Ali says, I love you. Raman says, nice to see you. And James says, good luck tomorrow, Tracy. I hope all goes well for you. Well, good luck with the airport, that the flight's not delayed and everything just goes fine, that I get to the airport fine. I'm going to have a workout at the gym in the morning as my final workout before I fly. I'm flying in the evening tomorrow, but it ends up being like the early hours of the morning on Monday. I get to Istanbul around lunchtime on Monday. So my surgery is on Tuesday then. My surgery is Tuesday morning. So I leave Sunday night. I arrive Monday morning. I see my surgeon straight away. Then I fast for surgery. Then the surgery is on Tuesday. So yes, hopefully I will be able to hop on a live on Monday, because I will be in my hotel waiting to go to hospital Tuesday morning. So yes, trying to figure out the timeline of everything. The whole team have all of the itinerary for everything already planned in advance. So I will be given that with all of the timings and everything when I land, as they collect me from the airport and do all of the transfers and the meetings and everything. But I just have to make sure I'm on that plane, which I'm sure will be fine. Famous last words. We shall see. Have you ever missed a flight? No, actually, don't tell me if you have, because you'll just make me paranoid. But I hope you've never missed a flight. And I hope that your travel plans are safe and well if you are going on holiday, or if you have been on holiday, that nothing delayed or got in the way of your time away. Dallin says, what are you having? So I will be revealing my surgery, I want to say on Monday. I think that's when it's scheduled for. My YouTube diary goes out. The premiere has been set, and that will explain everything in great detail. I will see if I can upload it onto Facebook also as a video, and I'm sure it will make a lot of sense. There is a lot of information and detail, so you definitely want a cup of tea if you're going to sit and watch the videos. But yes, it's all in a lot of detail for 6 procedures that I'm having. But then after that, hopefully it's just an easy recap at the end of each day, kind of how each day went and how I'm getting through it. Andrew says, we. Hopefully that's a nice we. Not that there could be a bad we. Khan says, I wish we can be friends forever. Always. Absolutely. I'm drinking chamomile tea, by the way. Ali says, okay. Oh, thank you. And Tony has sent an emoji of like eyes like that. I had to like zoom in because it's such a bright light on the screen. David says, David, you like to use your full name. Awesome, thank you. And Gary says, good night. Oh, good night, guys. I hope you have the most awesome weekend, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Think of me as I pack my suitcase, thinking that I've left everything at home. I'm sure as soon as I get into the car to the airport, I'm going to be turning around to go and pick things up again. I'm just that kind of person that always feels like something is missing. So fingers crossed, everything goes without a hitch, and I will keep you updated on my travels, my journey, and my 6 surgical procedures. Whew. Until next time, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and I will see you all soon. Thanks for joining. Bye, guys.